Go.
Hi there, my name is Tyler Winholtz, and today I'm just gonna do my video presentation of my observation I did at 4 different schools, 4 different levels. And those schools are Morris Preschool, Noble Prentice Elementary, Argentine Middle School, and J.C. Harmon High School. And those are all in the KCK USD 500 school district. What was great about the reflection initially that I noticed was, first of all, it was nice to have all the same schools in the same district. So I could really see how the district as a whole flows from preschool all the way up through the high school, and get to meet the professionals in that school system. So that was great to see. My first place I went to was Morris Preschool, and some of the collaboration techniques they used there was the para would come in and they collaborate, and they would do a lesson about singing songs or doing numbers. Some of the other collaboration things they did, they would split them up into 3 groups because there was actually a head teacher, a para, and then another kind of swing teacher was in the room. So they would split the kids up in 3 different areas, and do a drawing area, a reading area. They would do a hands-on kind of thing. And then if there was any time available, they would do some individual testing on the preschool kids. So that was some of the things they did in their classroom. Going up to Noble Prentice, the kids would, one thing I noticed too was the inclusion. Most of the kids are, if not all of them, are in the regular education classrooms. So they would have their times throughout the day at the Noble Prentice Elementary where they'd come down for 30 minutes to get help in reading, just to go to a resource room. So that's how they ran their stuff there. Argentine Middle School, and then J.C. Harmon High School. Obviously, it's a middle school into the high school, so the kids were getting older. Some of the transition things they might need was when they would go from school to school, just get used to the new building, get used to the layout of the building, making sure their combinations were met. If they had any disabilities, to get to and from a classroom, make sure the IEP was followed, make sure the transition IEP was connected right to the next school. So the goals kind of met each other. What stood out to me the most was 3 major takeaways I had from seeing my 4 schools in the KCK district was the great teachers, how accommodating they were to let me come in their classroom for 6 to 8 hours and just kind of pick their brain and see how they do things, and how valuable it was for me to hear from real teachers at different levels with many different backgrounds of how they teach the kids, with certain disabilities. And another thing I noticed, especially in the KCK school district, was the diversity of the culture. It's primarily Hispanic, African American, and then like at J.C. Harmon High School, there's like 28 different languages. So just the impact it has on the minorities, and the value they have for American education, and the difference you can make. It just really stood out to me. So I kind of enjoy, I definitely enjoy J.C. Harmon High School. Future use of this, these observations as I went through, first of all, I got to know the teachers in the chain of events, if you could say, how it starts from elementary and goes all the way through. So I kind of know the teachers the kids are coming from. I know some of the kids already. We've got good rapport with each other, so it'll help in future. All in all, it was a great experience. I could talk a lot longer about this just because there's a lot of detail that went into it, but my observation was very knowledgeable to me. There's a lot of things I'll put in my tool chest that I'll use, and I appreciate the opportunity.